To present the next award, we'd like to welcome to the stage David Walmsley, Editor-in-Chief of the Globe and Mail.
Pour présenter le prochain prix, nous accueillons sur la scène David Walmsley, rédacteur en chef du Globe and Mail.
The George Brown Award for Investigations pays tribute to the founder of the Globe, who made it his mission to demand that governments apply both fairness and compliance with constitutional principles. George Brown's Globe of the 1800s set out accusations of corruption and double-dealing, and backed them up with hard evidence. This award honoring investigative journalism that afflicts the comfortable is sponsored by the Globe and Mail. Kelly Grant, Globe and Mail. When the Globe and Mail's Kelly Grant first heard rumors of a tuberculosis outbreak in Pangnirtung, Nunavut, she didn't think it would take much work to confirm or dispel them. The opposite was true. Grant had to overcome a government so recalcitrant, it ignored the ruling of its own privacy commissioner to release data on the outbreak. Forced to come at the story in other ways, Grant convinced key players in the community to tell the story. Finally, officials had no choice but to reveal the numbers and change their policy about sharing critical information. Judges praised her tenacity and enterprise and said her stories had an impact on the well-being of an entire community. Isabelle Haché et Marie-Ève Tremblay, La Presse. Au cœur des enquêtes exemplaires se trouvent des journalistes qui recherchent la vérité et ne rapportent que les faits, particulièrement lorsque le sujet va à l'encontre de l'opinion populaire. Les juges ont reconnu à quel point il a dû être difficile pour Isabelle Haché et Marie-Ève Tremblay de présenter une autre perspective à cette affaire #moi aussi dans leur article pour la presse. Elles ont interviewé plusieurs femmes qui ont déjà accusé l'humoriste québécois Julien Lacroix d'inconduite et d'agression sexuelle, mais qui regrettent maintenant le rôle qu'elles ont joué en le diabolisant publiquement. L'enquête ne disculpe pas Julien Lacroix et ne tente pas non plus de la réduire de façon manichéenne. Les juges ont salué le style d'écriture, la composition et le flux de pensée qui ont rendu l'histoire à la fois facile et difficile à lire. Noor Javed, Brendan Kennedy, Jessie McLean, and Emma McIntosh, Toronto Star and the Narwhal. The Toronto Star and the Narwhal joined forces to investigate why a huge swath of environmentally sensitive land in southern Ontario was being developed, and who had the most to gain. After digging through hundreds of property and land registry records and cross-referencing them with political donations, they were able to reveal financial ties between Premier Doug Ford's government and developers who purchased protected land at extremely low prices. Land that was now being removed from the Greenbelt for development. The investigation by the Star's Noor Javed, Brendan Kennedy, Jessie McLean, and the Narwhal's Emma McIntosh shocked readers and led to separate probes by the province's Integrity Commissioner and Auditor General.
Just before I give the award, I thought they gave me a microphone, so I'll take a second. It's so important that we're all here together again, right? The competitiveness that we have every day is essential, but it doesn't beat the core of what we're trying to do, which is to get it right. And every single nominee here tonight is trying to get it right, and they deserve all of the credit that we can give. On the investigative journalism side, there are a number of principles. You relentlessly pursue the story. You resource it appropriately. You recognize at all times that the newsroom may begin to lose attention at precisely the moment that the audience is beginning to care. And with the neutral line of inquiry that you apply, you recognize you may be wrong. And that fourth principle of investigative journalism is the one that subsumes the other three. So it is with distinct pleasure to announce the winner of the George Brown Investigative Reporting Award goes to Kelly Grant of the Globe and Mail.
Hi, I'm a little bit in shock. Thank you so incredibly much. I'd just like to start off by saying how fortunate I am to work at a place like the Globe and Mail, where they literally sent me off to the Arctic with no brief and said, see what you can find about healthcare in that area. And I don't think, I know how lucky I am that that is a place where people support that kind of journalism. I'd like to particularly thank by name my editor, Renata, whose wisdom, her kindness, her intelligence, I always felt as though I had the best safety net anyone could ask for in journalism. I'd also like to thank David and Sink and Philip and other senior editors at the Globe who support this kind of expensive, frankly, journalism. I'd like to thank, he's not here, but my husband who wrangled my 3 small boys for many, many weeks while I traveled around the Arctic without them. He is the best. I would also like to say to the people of Nunavut who opened their homes and their hearts to me and told me things about the health care that they were receiving and not receiving, more than anything else, they deserve better than they are currently getting as far as health care is concerned. And I hope that this journalism that the Globe did will play a small part in making the health care they receive a bit better.